Welcome to today's video. In this video, Knowledge Builder will tell you about famous fast food restaurant Al-Baik. Press the bell icon and subscribe to the channel. Al-Baik Vision. What we strive to get each and every customer to say after experiencing Albaque, whether they are visiting our restaurants, driving past our windows or watching our delivery truck on its way to make a delivery. It's all about our commitment to providing consistency to our customers each and every time they eat Albaque, no matter where that is. That's what grows our customers' trust and keeps them coming back. Al-Baik mission. To be the market leaders wherever we are by continuously satisfying our customers through following the highest standards of food safety, quality and service. Providing a comfortable, safe and secure environment. Offering the most competitive value possible. Working with highly motivated, successful and ethical team members, franchisees, and suppliers. Making a positive impact on society, both within our own walls and outside of our restaurants. Knowledge Builder will tell you about the history and how Albaque has expanded over the years and build customer loyalty. A series of timeline will be discussed. 1974. The Albaque story began in 1974 in the city of Jeddah in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, when the late Sheikh Abu Ghazala saw there was a need for high-quality affordable food, served fast and courteously, in a clean and inviting environment. Putting all his hard-earned savings in this venture, Sheikh signed an exclusive agency agreement with a company abroad for usage of proprietary deep-fried chicken spice blends and equipment, being the first in the market to introduce the broast chicken concept in all of Saudi Arabia. Broast restaurant due to open at Al Medina Road and Palestine Street crossroads in Jeddah. Jeddah was expanding north from the old city, and Sheikh found an ideal location in the brand new Al-Baik building at the crossroads of Al Medina Road and Palestine Street in Jeddah. He started to build his first restaurant but had to suspend the project because electric power had not reached the newly built building. The first broast restaurant in the Sharafiyya district of Jeddah. Never want to give up, taking on challenges head-on and finding solutions. Sheikh Abu Ghazala transformed an old warehouse he'd leased on Airport Road in the Sharafiyya district and opened the first broast restaurant in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia there in September of 1974. In March 1976, a second broast restaurant finally opened in the Al-Baik building, the site originally picked to launch the chain. 1976. The turning point. Sheikh's untimely death forced Ihsan, who had just graduated from university, to leave Rami to finish his studies while he returned to Jeddah to save the new venture from closing down. With the demise of our father, we lost the agency rights and had to start from scratch. We had to liquidate assets, pay off debts, streamline the business and reduce costs, said Ihsan. By the time I took over the business, there were over 400 copycat restaurants serving broast chicken in Jeddah alone. We had to find something that would set us apart from the competition, and we knew that it had to come down to quality and value. 1982. Learning the essentials of restaurant management. When Rami graduated from university, he joined Ihsan in Jeddah in 1982. In the process, the two brothers accomplished something unique. The young engineers re-engineered the business from the ground up. We didn't know about food when we started, Rami explains. We weren't restaurateurs, we were engineers. We had to learn the food business from the ground up. I followed the example of our father and got behind the counter, cooked the food, served our customers, cleaned up the premises, everything, while Ihsan went to Paris to study food technology. Once we learned the basics, we began to deploy systems that ensure quality and increase efficiency. 1984. Albaque's secret recipe. When Ihsan returned, he developed the famous 18 secret herbs and spices recipe, and then the two brothers spent the following 3 hard years working long hours every evening preparing the secret recipe at an unknown location and transporting it to the central kitchen for further preparation. 1986. From broast to Albaque. Meanwhile, the restaurant's image was upgraded, packaging improved, operations and production systems developed, and training the team became the agenda for the day. The two brothers knew they had to differentiate themselves from the competition further and had to come up with a new brand name and logo. Ihsan and his late wife Laila, Monique, developed the new logo and the family sat after and came up with the Albaque brand name. In 1986, the Albaque brand was launched. Almost immediately, customers began flocking to our newly branded and refurbished outlets. Albaque became iconic, a restaurant with a difference, serving highest quality food, fast and courteous service, sparkling clean restaurants at best value for customers, says Como Paravati, former regional operations coach, 1976-2010. Albaque introduces new menu products. We listened to our customers, said Jaber Solit, 1978-2008, who was head of operations at the time. We took all their suggestions into account, and this helped us develop a number of popular new meals across the years: spicy chicken, chicken fillet nuggets and shrimp, that remain on the menu until today. 1996. Giving back to the community. By the 1990s, Albaque had become a renowned homegrown brand that found a place in the heart of the community. Isan and Rami genuinely wanted to give something back to the country and the people. We owe everything to our customers. They have made Albaque the brand it is today, stated Rami. Our giving back to the community and corporate social responsibility is our thank you to the communities, neighbors and customers we serve, a thank you in the Albaque way. Albaque sponsored the Mad Science shows hosted by the Jeddah Science and Technology Center and launched the Young Scientist program, the first of its kind corporate social responsibility program hosted by Albaque to encourage education in sciences, bringing together the public and private sectors within a framework of educational application within a fun concept touching on environmental awareness. The Young Scientist competition became the launchpad that initiated a series of unique programs and activities that Albaque would implement for the benefit of the community. At Albaque, we are firmly committed to being a responsible member of the society we serve and the neighborhoods we operate in. Since 1996, CSR has been part of our culture and mindset, where our focus from day one has been on three main pillars, namely, educational youth skills development, community development and environmental awareness. We always ensure that our partners, the stakeholders, customers and neighbors, team members, concerned government agencies and non-profit organizations have a say in the direction of our CSR programs, and we continuously measure results and receive feedback in order to continuously improve. 2000. Albaike's sister company, Aquat Food Industries. To support this expansion, Albaike's sister company, Aquat Food Industries, the licensed producer of Albaque food requirements, inaugurated a state-of-the-art food processing factory in the year 2000 in the industrial city in Jeddah. In 2006, Aquat was awarded ISO 22000-2005 certification for its food safety management systems, becoming the first company in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia to receive this distinguished recognition. 2002. Albaque opens its first Express branch. We introduced Albaque Express in 2002, a limited menu 50m2 area concept developed primarily for malls. Today there are 9 Express restaurants in 4 cities. 2005. Albaque sets its strategy on environmental awareness. Albaque launches its environmental awareness program with the introduction of 2 unique cartoon characters, Nazi and Wharton. Joining the largest global environmental campaigns supported by the United Nations Environment Programme, UNEP, titled Clean Up the World, the 2 cartoon characters helped spread the word far and wide, urging the masses to care for our beloved environment by not littering and helping keep the nation clean. 2007. 5 steps to protect their food, because safety comes first. Albaque kicks off its campaign aiming to raise awareness on food safety tips. At Albaque, we always strive to provide what's best for our customers and the public in general, explains Rami. The launch of the 5 steps to protect their food, because safety comes first, is a major initiative we adopted in an effort to alert the society on the importance of food safety and proper handling techniques. 2008. Commitment to youth skills and education. Albaque sponsored Madrasati, a program initiated by HRH Queen Rania of Jordan focusing on facilitating quality education to kids, providing them with opportunities to work, escape poverty, and live healthily confidently. 2009. Albaque opens its first ever park. As part of our corporate social responsibility, Albaque worked with the Friends of Jeddah Parks organization and the Jeddah municipality to plan the 100 Parks in 100 Weeks initiative. This park, along with its basketball court, is the outcome of efforts between the public and private sectors, and I encourage and urge more cooperation from the private sector in all such community-related activities, says Rami. Built according to international standards, this initiative aims at providing public facilities as a source of entertainment, relaxation as well as sports for the youth. 2012. Albaque plans to open in Qasim region. The entire region holds a special place within us. Like each city in our beloved kingdom, it has its exceptional attributes, and the people of Qasim have been extremely welcoming and vocal in their expressions and follow-ups with us in coming to the region, says Rami. We promised you we're coming, and here we are. Our key element is making sure our services and products will stay constant as our customers always witnessed with us. Our promise to our customers has always been to provide safe food of highest quality, fast, at affordable prices, and in a friendly, comfortable, safe and secure environment, and that is something we continuously take to heart. It's all about commitment. At Albaque we all have one vision that hasn't changed since we started so many decades ago, to give pleasure and nourishment to our customers through our food and service. When we see the expressions of pleasure from our satisfied customers, we feel that we've achieved our goals. All our efforts, our development, creating the perfect recipes, the building of food production facilities, team training, team development, formulating and deploying operational guidelines and protocols, putting our team members on a carefully developed career path, implementing strict and diligent quality assurance levels, taking part in forums and exhibitions to learn and constantly improve, conducting research and studies into the latest technologies and methodologies, always listening to our customers, giving back to the community. Everything that we've done over the years to reach our current status is rewarded when we hear the exclamations of delight from our customers, the MMMMMs and woos, when they taste our food and savor the Albaque experience. Please subscribe to the channel. Welcome to today's video. In this